And the gun control debate is divisive, emotional, and both sides feel that they have the most to lose. So tonight, we take a look at what's at stake. December 14th, just 11 days before Christmas, we wept for Sandy Hook.
It's hard to get your mind around it, that someone so young would leave us, in such a peaceful community over such a horrific event.
From Newtown, Connecticut to Baltimore, we watched as 26 people, 20 of them young children, had their lives cut short.
I was appalled. I sat here and watched all of it. I was thinking about those families, the pain and suffering that they're going to go through for years.
Dwayne Strawbridge is an avid gun collector with about 50 weapons safely stored in his home.
This is the AR-15 where everybody's afraid of.
Strawbridge says he didn't even think about his guns on that December fateful day. But in the days that followed, the focus shifted to gun control and bans on weapons he owns. That's when he began to worry.
I didn't do anything wrong. All my weapons were locked up safe. I am pro-gun. I fully admit I am pro-gun. And I'm for common sense legislation. But absolutely removing my capability to purchase any of these firearms, should I pass the requirements to own one, makes no sense to me.
He's been a marksman since high school and says responsible gun owners shouldn't pay the price for the actions of the mentally ill. He believes keeping guns out of their hands is where the focus should be.
People should not have the ability to buy guns that are made for mass murder in war.
Vincent DeMarco of Marylanders to Prevent Gun Violence says the governor's proposed legislation would save lives. He says a license to purchase provision could block criminals by requiring fingerprinting from state police, make it more difficult for those with a history of mental illness to get a gun, ban assault weapons, and decrease the amount of ammunition allowed in a magazine clip.
We should not live in a society where somebody could shoot 30 rounds from a gun without having to reload.
DeMarco says Baltimore could have had its own Newtown tragedy on that first day of school.
Where somebody went into that Perry Hall school and started shooting, but luckily he had a gun that only could shoot a couple bullets at a time. So when he tried to reload, somebody was able to stop him.
15-year-old Robert Gladden Jr. pleaded guilty for shooting Daniel Barowie. Barowie was seriously injured, but survived.
These are life-saving public health measures that really will work and won't infringe on anybody's Second Amendment rights.
You can pass the legislation and then it's still going to happen. There are millions of assault-type weapons available within the United States.
Dwayne Strawbridge is aiming for a target somewhere in between. He just hopes lawmakers will try to protect everyone's rights.
This is a hobby for me that I covet. I would hope they would look at somebody like me who owns firearms and go, well, he's not such a bad guy, maybe we'll let him keep them.